How y'all doing? Y'all are now tuned in into the episode of Black Owl Podcast. How you feeling today, Alexa?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm feeling great. You know, I'm breathing, I'm alive, skin glowing, you know, and I'm in this beautiful home right now, so I'm feeling good.
Today we have a few more questions that can be answered about real estate and what we do and everything you need to know about real estate.
Okay. This should be fun.
Yeah, I think today we have some pretty good questions and it's good information that someone may want to know. So yeah, let's jump right into it. I want to know, what is your favorite part of real estate and why?
My favorite part of real estate is kind of what we're doing today. We in a $2 million property right now. You know, seeing the luxury floors and seeing things that I've never seen in life, you know. Also engaging with the clients and seeing they smile.
Yeah.
You know, those are my favorite things with real estate in general. You know, walking through these homes, learning the style of, you know, granite, being in a 20-foot ceiling home. You know, like I said, I never been in a situation like that, you know, growing up. So I enjoy doing this.
Yes, I could say the same. One of my favorite parts would be just engaging, like you said, engaging with the clients, meeting new people, getting a tour, different types of properties, whether big or small, and yeah. Yeah,
I can agree. And also the money, you know, we always, we got into this, you know, for the money. So I also love the money. I also love seeing the client smile at the closing table, you know, seeing the whole journey from where we start, where we met, and seeing them at the closing table receiving their keys.
Yeah, and gaining their relationship. Like, you get a client and you just don't get them a house and you're done with them. That's your client forever.
Yeah, you building a bond with them, and they will never forget this moment because the average person, this would be the biggest thing of their life, purchasing a house, you know. So they'll never forget you.
Of course.
Yes, Lord.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I just wanted to know, because, you know, some people, real estate has many different sections of it.
Right.
And people may like many different things of it, so it's good to know as a person, like, what's your favorite part about it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go back into being a new agent. What do you think should be the top priority of focus?
For a new agent?
For a new agent, like when they're just starting out, what should their main focus be on?
I'm gonna look at me as an example, because I think I explained this on the first episode we had. Before I got my license, I didn't know anything about real estate.
Right.
Like nothing. Like
same.
I was very ignorant to real estate, right? I think the first thing that a new agent should prioritize is learning the language of real estate. So what I mean by that is learning the contracts, learning what a $1 million house looks versus a $300,000 house looks like. And what that does is give you confidence when you're with your client.
Right.
Because with a client, they can see when you're not confident. You know, when you're touring the homes with the client, they want to trust you. They're hiring you to trust you. You know, so I think a new agent should just dive in deep into learning the language. The
learning part.
Yeah, of real estate. You know, don't jump the gun. You know, this is a learning experience for every agent. And as you know, we're going to keep learning throughout the time. You know, right now, I don't know everything about real estate. I know enough to guide my clients, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning. So just focus on the language of real estate.
Okay. I'm going to piggyback on what you were saying when you were like, you're going to learn as you go.
Okay.
So I feel like the focus should be on getting in the field, actually
dive into it,
doing the work, meeting new people, getting the actual clients, and then learning as you go.
Right, because, I agree.
Like, in my case, I spent so much time learning that I didn't do the get in the field part.
The get in the field part, right.
Which is okay.
Right.
But if you want results right then and now, you have to go ahead and jump into the field.
Yeah, you don't want to over gather information, because at this point you're not learning how to actually engage with a client, right? Yeah. You just have the information, but those are two different things, you know. Every client that I have put into the home was different. Like, it was never a same transaction, if that makes sense. So yeah, I agree with you. Learning, you know, to engage with a client, that way you can know how to pivot if necessary.
Now that your business is growing and you have your clients that you're working with, you're constantly getting new clients every day. When the load gets tough and heavy and you have a lot of work to do,
Okay.
what do you prefer? Do you prefer doing everything yourself, or do you prefer a little help as far as like a transaction coordinator?
Me personally, and this always been me. Always. This before real estate. This is always been this way. I always rather to use or leverage somebody, you know. So if I have somebody that's smarter than me, yeah, I use them to do that job, that niche. You know, I don't think that I have to know everything, right? But I also think that you should learn what the transactional coordinator know as well.
Yeah, that
just
way,
in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the transactional coordinator is on vacation, or if they're sick, or you can't reach them in time. You know, this is a time of an essence type thing, and you have to submit a contract now.
Yeah.
You know, so also learn the contract. That just goes back to learning the contract. But I think you should leverage a TC as well. Yeah, a transactional coordinator.
That makes sense. And then, like you said, if it comes to it where you have to do the work, as long as you know what's going on, you'll be fine. And then that gives you more time to actually, like I said, get in the field, get more clients. While they're doing all the paperwork.
Yeah, now I'm getting a new client. I'm calling the transactional coordinator with more work.
Yeah. Normally, with any business, I feel like I'm the type of person that wants to do everything by myself.
Right.
I feel like I can get everything done. But now that I'm seeing everything, I feel like, okay, yeah, I need somebody to take care of this so that I can handle this.
You ever heard the saying, 2 heads is better than one? Yeah, I use that with everything. So, yeah, I always, well, in my opinion, use the TC if you can. The transactional coordinator, it make your job very easy.
Yeah. Okay. Now, with getting more clients, I want to talk about, because most of our OG real estate agents,
seasoned.
Yes.
Okay.
They feel like they have to pick up the phone, go door knocking, but now we're coming in and social media is taking off. Right. So what do you feel, how do you feel as far as getting clients? Do you feel like social media should be strong, or just getting clients from referrals and meeting people?
I think the old ways is always the best way.
What?
I always think it's better going to go do the footwork, go door knock, engage with the lead or client, because it's relationship building. You know, when a person see you on social media, they don't know who I am. You know, but if I'm door knocking, right, and I go speak with a lead, hey, how you doing? I'm just in the neighborhood. I want to service this neighborhood. They can kind of understand who you are as a person, and they will feel comfortable face to face. Now, leverage technology, of course, because we're in a technology, you know, era, I guess you can say. But I think old school ways is always the best way. Phone calls, door knocking, you know, things in that nature.
Okay. My opinion is just that whatever you do it at 100%. Like, if you feel like social media is gonna work for you, put the full effort to make it work. No half-stepping. Yeah, and if you're gonna door knock, actually door knock with intention. With purpose. Yeah, that way, like, no matter what you're doing, it's gonna work because you're actually putting in the effort to do it. So. Right. Yeah, where attention goes, energy flows. So if you are door knocking or if you are marketing on videos, do it 100%. Yeah. I don't believe in half-stepping. You know, there's no half-step. You can't half-step. You can't never half-step. You know, so yeah, I agree. Do everything with intent, do everything with purpose, and do it at 100% capacity. Sounds good. Yes, Lord. Now, I hope that we answered some questions for you guys. I want to keep some questions for the next episode. Y'all tune in to Black Owl Podcast, where y'all can dive deep into the real estate world. Black Owl in the building.